Thanks, Lebo. Now, the SAMRA building has struck a chord with Nick Motsatse, who regards the building in Braamfontein as his second home, being the CEO of the music rights organization. Now, Motsatse is mostly fond of the hard yet welcoming elements of the structure.
The building's history is very interesting because it was first built and owned by an asbestos company in the olden days called Everite House. And the building was, or Everite Company, which was then the building was called Everite House, and therefore was given the feel of asbestos. But the fantastic thing is that by the time that SAMRA acquired it, there was almost very little asbestos left. It's got 9 floors, and top of above the 9th floor, there's also a Pentium, house. Which gives it, or which enables people from the top there to have a very beautiful view of the west of Johannesburg and over the freeway. It is really meant to, or like any other building that was built at that time, it was about not only preserving space but the creation of power and presence, and the height actually is a very important contributory factor towards that. The entrance of the building, in fact, when SAMRA acquired the building, one of the interesting features of the building was the entrance. We were looking for a welcoming entrance. In other words, that gave a feeling of openness, and hence the sort of the high-rise kind of entrance, a veranda that's almost 2 stories up, but that allows people enough shelter even when there's the elements like the rain, etc. You will recall that buildings that were built in Johannesburg in the 70s, there's one of the great things about it was to show light at night. Johannesburg used to be called, especially by people that used not to live in Johannesburg, Gauteng Maboneng, which means it is the place of lights. And buildings that were built at that time were meant to emanate that. So a lot of windows. So when you light up the building at night, it gives very beautiful look and feel of lights that are coming through the windows. Obviously, we're living in the days of electricity conservation, so we no longer light it up throughout the night, but it becomes a very beautiful feature of the building. But secondly, it enables a lot of incoming light. If it was a modern building, I believe that there would even be less, or there would be more wider windows to allow even more sunlight to come in. But even in its current state, it allows quite a lot of good sunlight to come into the building.